Alright, what's up guys? So, Apex Predator series is uploading a video titled WWE Most Insulting Chants in History. Yeah, there's at times where I'm like, hey yo, the WWE universe, they be making some shows interesting when they be going off on people. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. Guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Apex Predator series for more videos like this. And then that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Can you dig it, sucker?
I started off strong, Booker T's theme. I don't know why that's like actually a good idea. Why won't WWE? Because there's at times where there's like entrant like music where it's like it sounds better with the crowd like in the background and stuff. Like when you listen to certain songs from like wrestling, because for an example, Chris Jericho's theme on AEW, when you hear the crowd singing with it, makes the song 10 times better. So I'm like, yeah, I just think that there's at times where it's like, you know, there needs to be like a uh WWE like music live or something, you know, just where it's like playing out loud, whether it's like booing or chanting, whichever, you know, but they should do that. Dang.
nobody would even care in the United States at all. Expert tag team work.
Oh wow! Oh, because when they do, okay, it makes.
Overpowering his opponent.
They changed the channel.
Feel the same way.
Wow.
That ring.
Oh yeah. It's like an ECW show or something. It was like, yeah. Hey, I mean, they ain't play this on TV. You know, because I watch wrestling when it comes on at like 8 something. You know, usually, I mean, yeah, I know it comes on at like 5 something, but I always like watching it at 8. I don't know why. I've been doing this since I was a kid, so all that stuff is like blurred out, blocked out, and things. You know, you ain't catching it while it's live. Yeah, because you know for a fact if they were to have that stuff getting played on TV. And it's like, and they know kids as well, but it's like kids is there. So I just think that the wrestling environment, regardless of whether kids is there or not, people are going to speak, you know, they're going to be saying things that's coming from the heart.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Dang.
The tag team match as the frenemies. Paige and saw some youngsters from NXT make an impact earlier on already tonight.
Stuff like this is gonna get aired.
Machine Gun Kelly, MGK, and he's getting booed by this crowd of the American Airlines Arena.
Dang.
Seth Rollins tops my list.
Himself.
Wow.
Corbin, a former Golden Gloves boxing champion. I mean, those, I
Wow. Dang. I've been smiling. I was like, man, that's funny.
I mean, take a moment to say it is.
That man, he ain't even Jason Kidd, is that his name? He ain't even wrestling. He's doing like background stuff right now. Him and who's the other one? I can't even think of that. Oh no, actually he ain't doing background stuff. That's Bo Dallas. He's like opening up a real estate agency or something like that. So yeah, it's like, man, it's like you be seeing certain wrestlers and it's like, dang, I remember them. But it's like, yeah, and it's like, oh wow, they ain't even doing stuff on TV no more. He had potential. I just think that it was like, I think when his potential was lost was when they were trying to throw in Kurt Angle being his father and stuff. I feel like if they would have given him more of an exciting role, I personally do feel like he would have been wrestling still, but or maybe who knows, WWE probably would have fired him, but yeah, I do think that he would have had like more of a career if they wouldn't have thrown in like, oh, Kurt Angle is my dad, like, okay, and And old wrestling. They are like, we don't care. You watch this at 5 or 8.
The style slowed down here.
Wow. Dang. Dang. Fight for what?
Tommaso Ciampa.
Brother's doing all right.
Dang. They like him now. That's the thing, though. They like him now. That's the thing, though, where I'm like, I know people will probably get on me about this, but I never seen a problem with Roman Reigns' character before he went heel. You know, I just think like it was like, yeah, everybody hated the man, but it was there wasn't a reason for me to hate the man. I was just like, why? For what? Like this man because I didn't watch him in his NXT days. So when I very first seen him was when that whole like the Shield rated Monday Night Raw. That was the first time me ever seen him. So I'm like, oh, this dude's chill. I like them. I like that whole thing that they got going on. They just attack anybody. They don't care. And so I just think that maybe it was just the way that they was booking him. Maybe if they would have just had it where he just went through the ranks or something, but they had it where it's like, okay, you know, but it's like still like give him his like thing where it's like he makes it to the top. But I just think that like maybe they should start him off with something small like United States or Intercontinental Championship or maybe some tag team championships, some stuff like that. Then he works his way up to like, you know, kind of just, you know, starting rivalries, giving him rivalries where it's like, oh, that was crazy. That's wild. Like, man, that should deserve like the WWE Championship should have been involved in that. And then work his way up to the WWE Championship, but also, like, you know, giving him his, like, the crazy storylines and stuff, like what they got going on right now with him and the Usos. So I think that that's how they should have booked him, rather than, like, oh, okay, whoever's the big name in wrestling, we just gonna have it where he goes up against him and things, has a couple of cool wrestling moves, and then that's it. But it's like, no, fans don't want that. Fans want some stuff where it's gonna leave them talking about it, so... Like, I should be a writer for wrestling, but ain't nobody... Oh, yep.
Less than 24 hours after being assaulted by one of the baddest women in the world.
By God, I did make that transition. I was...
Dang.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we please have a little respect for Stephanie McMahon.
Like... Hey, it was Brody Lee.
I missed this.
Dang.
Can we chant
Dang.
by the Intercontinental Champion? Finding their mark on the game.
I know that, like, see, that's the thing, though, with the McMahon family, from Shane, Vince, Triple H, Stephanie, who else? Linda. I mean, the times when she showed up. Has there ever been a time where they've like, watch it? If there is been a time where they've said something about her, it might be in this compilation or a future compilation. But yeah, I know that them guys. I know they had to have like the toughest of toughest skin, because I'm like, they've been through so many different generations, and it's like that. You know, the fans is always going to remain the same and stuff, but. Just them insults like that, like this for an example. Yeah, I know for a fact. I know that they're just like, hey, you know, they gonna be chanting stuff. Because you guys see it as this. This ain't no different than when it's like some stuff on the internet. So they was there for when they was like actually like, you know, when this people is showing coming in, and it's like, it ain't no different. It's like you're surrounded by millions of people. Well, not millions of people, like thousands of people in situations like this where it's in a, you know, not studio, but in an arena. But it's like still you're just surrounded by like just a bunch of people and things, and you're hearing all these insults coming in. It's like you can't like, oh, like no, you get out of here. Oh, you get out of here. Can't do stuff like that. You just gotta keep the show going. So.
Big Show screwed me.
EW, nor a man alive that can do anything to me.
Dang. Oh, yeah, this. I remember this.
Okay. That's love.
Dang. I have to say that to me, that I can't think of any other wrestler that's had like the worst. This has to be like #1 of like the craziest just, you know, situation when it's like fans versus the wrestler. Like, I think, yeah, the craziest is when a fan jumps in the ring and just starts attacking the wrestler. But definitely, like, when it comes to chants and cheers and all that, where more so it's like, yeah, like chants and things. You can't really call it cheering. But, yeah, when it's like, this has to be the worst. I honestly, I can't think of it unless there's another one out there that I just don't know of. But to me, this is without doubt the worst one. Because I mean, dang,
I'd like to offer this
I actually felt sorry for him. I was like, dang, man, there's another wrestler I just don't understand why people hate him. John Cena.
from last night's WrestleMania.
And we understand this is the closing.
He just recently, I think he's on Impact. He ain't with that Enzo Amore no more. Enzo, he's just doing his own thing.
This Sunday
Yeah, Big Cass, that's his name. He's going to buy something else now. Look, they ain't let him talk. Giving him the Vicky Guerrero treatment.
I'll stay here all day. What a prima donna. Nothing.
Dang.
Fact that, as she put it, the red carpet was rolled out for Asuka. You know, high-profile signing to the women's division.
Dang. You want to laugh.
But he's doing a great job going right down the line. You don't think that?
Oh, wow.
22 in Chicago. John Cena versus Triple H and Brock Lesnar. With the Rock, but just
CM Punk,
Over
oh
and
yeah.
over again.
It's like, you really think that he's literally the creator of the area, the environment that you're standing in. Do you honestly think he's gonna be the one that like breaks or like cracks or something like, oh, these fans done got to me for the last time? Vince McMahon, bro, come on.
Edge is down. Brian.
It's like, for what? Oh, this is a past WrestleMania.
Reigning winner.
I think they just saying that because it's like, you know, they're just like, oh, like compared to Edge and Daniel Bryan, you suck. Yeah, we hate you. You're the bad wrestler. I think that's why they're saying that. Now I'm like, Roman, if he was, yeah, I'm like, because I just didn't see no problems with him prior before it. I'm like, I really don't now. I'm like, yeah, I just think that that's just those fans, or it's like they taking wrestling to the heart. So, wow.
The Big Show. Got that head rear back, and it makes it much harder, I would think, to roll into the side headlock and get to your knee.
Having a basketball team in Seattle.
Hey, it is funny because I'm currently, you know, not in Seattle, outside Seattle, but I'm from Seattle. But this is my favorite. That is my all-time favorite. So pretty much I think he said like the chances of I can't remember what wrestler he was saying had a championship match or having a championship, but he was just like the chances of them winning or having the championships are the same chances as Seattle having a basketball team. That was my all-time favorite insult of all time. I remember when that came out on TV and I looked at the screen just because I knew that they were out here, but I didn't go. I was at home. But yeah, I just looked at the screen, just started smiling, just cracking up laughing because I was like, I mean, we gonna get one. We gonna get one. But yeah, that was my all-time favorite. Booed him his whole segment.
Oklahoma City. Now I get that.
Clearly you really upset them here, but you know what else isn't my thing?
Can't even talk.
Ignore all of you the way you deserve to be ignored.
Is our own champion.
I'm like, bruh, I'm like, that is honestly, I think that's like two of the best feelings is just to say something that has the crowd either cheer or just be a wrestler where it's like they cheering for you like crazy, or you then said something to just make them so upset to the point where they're booing you, you can't even do your segment. That's gonna fill me up. That's gonna just straight gas me up because I'm like, I'm gonna love that regardless of what it is, like whether I'm a heel or a face. Like, oh, the fact that I'll be able to do something like that to them. Oh, my thing is, before I would even go to a city, right, I look up all the crazy things, and well, not like super crazy, but just some stuff that I know I can talk about and things. But I'm like, yeah, if it had been a situation like that where it's like a team, they just like, oh yeah, it's like you guys, I'm all like the chances of them, like pretty much some stuff like chances of them getting the championship, chances of you guys getting the Super Bowl, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna ever happen. Y'all win like in Cleveland or something. I'm like, did you guys go 0-16 one year? I'm like, what's up with that? I'm like, yeah, you guys suck. I'm like, tell me I suck. You guys, I've been out there arguing with the fans. I'm like, just let me be that. Just let me be like, have that be my thing, please. I'm like, that's what I want to do out of all stuff. Just let me do that one thing, argue with the fans.
A man who hopes to remain champion.
Dang. Like, man can't even talk. It's funny though, they'd be those main wrestlers where they get the booing them. They end up being some of the best wrestlers, or like well known.
The show said we want to invoke our rematch clause tonight.
Tonight I leave the WWE.
Dang. Look, he broke. He broke.
Some of you cheering because I just got my ass kicked?
Roman Reigns trying to knock him off that.
John Cena's nose crack on my knee.
They cheering for that. He knew they were going to cheer too. That's why he did that. What is that? But anyways, yeah. That them fans, man, gotta love the fans. That's why I'm like, wrestling just isn't the same without them. Yeah, I know they got like the virtual fans and stuff where they at home, but I'm like, nah. I'm like, we need to have the fans back. I can't wait till all this stuff just blows over and things get back to normal. So that's like the one thing I always have spoken on. It's like, you know, having the fans back in the crowd, because I'm like, I missed that. That's like when they wasn't there. It was like that first like few weeks where they were doing the wrestling shows and there was just nobody there. I'm like, nah. Then they had it where it was the wrestlers. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. Then it was these virtual. I'm like, it's somewhat there, but still, I'm like, I kind of like how they doing NXT where they got like both the fans and the wrestlers. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I like that. But anyways, yeah, good video. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Apex Predator series for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.